G'day everyone, it's so nice to be here. Thank you so much for coming and joining us here on this wonderful Turrbal Nyago country today. We'd also like to pay our respects to the traditional owners and to the elders, past, present and emerging. In 1984, I bought my first record. It was an album by Vince Jones, who's since become one of my main heroes in life as a musician and as a human. So today I'm going to take you through the songs that blew my mind as a young girl in my rumpus room in Ashgrove, with my hairbrush mic and the turntable and saving up all my pocket money to go into Rocking Horse Records when it was on Adelaide Street, the original one, yeah. And I just used to live in there basically. And this first tune, so our project's called The Sweetest Taboo because my dirty secret is that I really love daggy 80s pop songs deeply. So that's what we're going to present for you today. This first song is off the second album I ever bought, which was in 1986, a record called Crowded House. Crowded House.
Wow.
Man, masterpiece. So yeah, we're going to start with that. I might take this opportunity to introduce this wonderful band. As I said, Zach Curran on soprano saxophone. We have Aaron Jans on the drums and percussion. We have two beautiful brothers here. We have Owen Newcomb on the double bass and Steve Newcomb on the piano. How good is the Brisbane Festival this year? Yay! It's amazing that we're able to gather and be with each other and make sounds. So this next song is by a band called 1927. I was so into them. Eric was my guy. That beautiful mullet and stonewashed denim jeans. I loved him. That album, Ish, such a good record. So this is really one of the most beautiful love songs. It's got incredibly earnest and lovely lyrics. This guy is really in love. So this is a tune called If I Could. If I could paint, I'd paint a portrait of you. The sunlight in your eyes, a masterpiece of truth, and a single tear, like a silent prayer, that's shining so much brighter than a diamond ever did. If I could do anything at all, I'd do it for you. What a tune, thank you. Zach Curran on the beautiful tenor. All right. Well, Cyndi Lauper was one of my queens. She still is one of my queens. I got to tour with her a few years back as the opening act, and she invited me up on stage for Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I was like, yeah. She invited me and Kate Mulahaki up. We were the support acts. And she said, I hear you like jazz. Just do a scat solo. And I couldn't hear anything because all the band were on in-ears. And it was like 20,000 people there. So I did it with fallback coming back about 10 seconds later. And after I went up to her and said, oh, Cyndi, that was so amazing. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. And she said, it's just music. It's just music. You were great, honey. She was so New York, kind of Brooklyn awesomeness. And This is a song that she actually didn't write. She wrote most of her tunes, but this one was written by somebody else, and it's one of the most beautiful tunes I think I've ever heard. And this is going to feature Umbro on the double bass. So I had three main queens, four actually, in the 80s. Annie Lennox, of course. Alison Moyet, I loved her. Cindy, and then this amazing woman, Whitney Houston, who just blew my mind, and her album Whitney came out on my 10th birthday. So that was my birthday present to myself. I got a bus into town. I was Little Miss Independent. I got buses everywhere, and went into Rocking Horse with my pocket money and bought this record, and it was so good. So yeah, this is a tune off that record. Dr. Steve, there's a doctorate in jazz. It's a pretty cool doctorate. Once again, I'd just like to thank the awesome crew here at the Tivoli, particularly Dylan for doing an awesome job on our sound, and the lovely guy on lights whose name I don't know, I'm sorry, but thank you. And thanks to the Brisbane Fest for having us, and thank you for coming. This is so good to make sounds with my friends for you. Once again, you've been listening to Aaron Jans on the drums. OJ Newcomb on the double bass, Stevie Newcomb on the piano, and Zach Harron on the tenor and soprano saxophone. So we'll be in the foyer after the show. Dexter's here, he's our merch guy apparently, so we'll be there after the show if you want to come and say good day. We've got this record plus a few others. And yeah, thanks for coming, and thank you for giving our notes a home. It makes us very, very, very grateful.
Thank you.
So I'm going back to the first band, like the first big band that I fell in love with, these four young guys from Dublin. I'd heard a record called Boy, and then I bought this record, The Joshua Tree, which is just a genius, amazing album. And yeah, Bono's one of my favourite lyricists, and this is a tune about, in Dublin there's these towers called I can't remember what they're called, but they're like housing commission towers, and you know, if you're born into one it's hard to get out, and this is kind of what this tune's about. Yeah.